My compositional background is relatively brief, actually. I have only been composing for about 4 or 5 years. When I stepped into UNI for the first time as a freshman, I did not think that I would be doing any composing whatsoever. I came in as a music education major with a jazz emphasis, and I quickly learned that I really enjoyed writing for big bands specifically. Composing at UNI was all on the side. I didn't change my major to composition or anything. I just, kept on writing big band charts because I really liked it. And I still ended up getting my music ed major and everything, but right now it's the thing that I seem to do the most and enjoy the most.
So one of the things that's really interesting about Paul's music is that he has just a very unique voice. The way that he writes and what he's writing and trying to emote is very unique. And it's just a blast as a musician to be able to really jump into that and try to bring it out. Because what's written on the page, we're that vehicle for him to really bring it to life. And it's so much fun to be the conduit for that.
Being able to do a serious big band thing it's pretty rare. So if you get somebody writing new music and you get that opportunity, you don't say no to that,
He has this really nuanced way of writing more lovelier melodies. So there's just a wonderful sophistication and complexity to what he writes. And it's just a representation of himself. And so it's really an honor to be part of that.
What I like about playing Paul's music in particular is he's a very expressive and creative writer, but he uses a lot of different ideas harmonically and rhythmically that I think most people wouldn't necessarily gravitate towards. But he really loves his dissonances. He really loves really harsh textures that are really kind of engaging to the ear, but he contrasts it so well with his beautiful melodies and chords.
One of the things I like about playing Paul's music is that it provides a good challenge for the ensemble. You can't really fall asleep at any moment, otherwise you may be throwing other people off in the group. So I like music that really engages the musicians and kind of forces them to be on their A game.
So if there were to be a theme with the music of this album, it would be that most of the charts are somewhat inspired by either specific events of my life or dedications to certain people who have influenced me. For example, there is a chart that I wrote after watching a Republican primary debate. There was one that I wrote after experiencing some minor car troubles. 2 charts that I wrote that are inspired my experiences on 2 different dating apps. There's another chart that I wrote that was inspired by a college house party. The other 2 charts would be dedication pieces, one to Kenny Wheeler, who has passed on, but he's a Canadian-born flugelhorn player and composer. Then there's another piece that is dedicated to one of my former teachers, Dr. Robert Washut.
There's something really cool about capturing the spirit of the group. And it's cool because we've gotten together maybe 3 times, but every single time it's been a really magical thing to be a part of.
I had played a couple of his charts while he was in school, and they were always really exciting and really new, and a lot different than the stuff that we had been playing, and so I was really into that.
I've played on every single PLJO gig up to this point, and this is more like the culmination of so much, not just for the group, but for Paul as well. And so to be a part of that moment for him is just, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'll say that I'm extremely thankful to have all these amazing musicians be on board for this project. It's just the greatest musical experience that I've been able to have, is to be able to front this band with all these extremely skilled musicians and bring their personality and their skills to this music. So I'm very excited to finally get it all recorded and to finally present it to anybody who's interested.